Hello there, and welcome back. I'm Mary, I'm an artist, and, well, you're just in time. We're in the forest, and, well, I think you enjoy this one. As the birds greet the trees, and the leaves they grew rustle beneath our feet, we'll begin to notice that the textures and the colours of such a wonderful season are beginning to experience a little bit of change. And what better time to draw a tree than at its most exciting time of the year? Oh, would you look at that? The seasons have changed. Green has begun to show its face, and these parakeets, as well as their pigeon friends, and all the other critters that live in the forest, are slowly but surely refinding the life that they once knew, or that they are fully new to. What an exciting time. What an interesting texture. I wonder what else we'll find deep in the forest together. How about over this fence? Oh, beautiful flowers. I love how they glisten. These geese definitely look happy. Oh, a little squirrel just burrowing, or looking for what it once borrowed. Where else should we go together? Perhaps over here? I do like this spot. Perhaps we can draw some branches of a tree together. These blossoms reminded me of snow. Look how complex they look. I think the trick to drawing branches is to remember that with every divide, the branch gets a little bit smaller. It always reminds me that although it's sometimes difficult, growth is always necessary. What a beautiful day. Let's go and explore some more. Look at this little flower. And of course, some yellow gorse. Oh, rainbow. Sometimes I wonder what the trees in the forest would say to one another if they could speak. I hope they're going somewhere nice. I think the trees would share some stories that they've heard over the last hundreds or thousands of years. Hello, Moon. Oh, look at that. It seems to be raining today. I wonder what we could do. This is Toto. He's a good boy. This is the bookshelf where I keep all of my little doodle diaries and sketchbooks. We're looking for one particular one. Seems I found it. This is Pixie. She's a good girl. A sleepy girl. Here we have a book on trees. Let's go. This book has a ton of different trees and their leaves that can be found in England. Seems like we can do the one that's on the screen. Here's a little tip that I've learned if you struggle with perspective. Draw out whatever is moving towards you or away from you as a series of circles. Things that are closer to you will be larger circles, and things that are further away will be gradually smaller. So when it comes to outlining them, you feel a lot more confident in your pencil strokes. But don't worry if this doesn't come to you first time. This took me a really long time to learn too. Don't forget what we said about the branches. At every branch, the thinner it gets. We can add some shading now, if you want to. I actually quite like the plain pencil outlines. And you can erase the extra circles you made if you want to. Art is entirely what you make it. Toto's having some fun. Thank you for joining me with this. It was some good practice. I like to move around a little bit when I'm drawing. Different places feel different. Different types of energies surround each one of them. Where I go depends on the moment.
Which is incredible. I love the rain so much. Ugh. I love the rain and I love the sea. My two favorite things in the world. I'm gonna make some breakfast and then I guess I'm gonna start writing again. The sea is constantly changing. The tide's coming in, and ask yourself those questions. Who is it that I want to be this year? Anyways, you guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm still gonna be here for another like 5 days, which is great.
The tide comes in, pulls some sand back into the ocean. Land is lost, another fight it cannot win. The cycle begins. The clouds come in, turn from white to gray, then fade to nothing. They fall down to the ground just to be reborn again. The cycle begins.
Hello there. I hope you don't mind me talking a little bit while I just continue on this piece. I guess recently I've been feeling a little bit worried about my art style. I suppose worried is not really the right word, but maybe more bored, which is interesting. Sometimes I get into these situations where inside of my head feels like nothing I do artistically can actually satisfy whoever lives inside of my soul. And so I've been spending the last month, I think, just sort of drawing in my little doodle diary, trying to figure out what to do. So I've just been letting myself go and letting my mind wander, and I think I'm back. I still really enjoy what I do with Ro, the robot, and Kit, their cat, who you've seen me draw in this video a little bit. If you are struggling with your art style, or with thinking that nothing that you're doing is good enough, don't worry. Sometimes there are little voices inside of our head that like to tell us that, no, we could be doing better, this is not good. If you enjoy art, just draw. Don't think about how or why you're drawing, just draw. And that, friend, is the end of another day. I wonder what we'll get up to tomorrow. What a beautiful sunset. Welcome back to the forest. I hope you enjoyed those sounds of spring. This is one of my favorite spots to make some sketches. I've brought my iPad with me today, but if you want to also sketch along, you can use absolutely anything that you have available. I use Procreate on my iPad to make pretty much everything that I make. I'm using some watercolor brushes that I got off Etsy probably 6 years ago. I love to color block and just go a little chaotic with them. Something I've learned from doing many landscapes is that the colors closer to you are more saturated, whereas the colors further away from you are farther towards the grey and less saturated. It makes your brain feel like there's depth. I sort of feel like that was enough for me. I just like to be with the birds for a while. Toto loves watching birds. He thinks they've gone behind the phone. He's looking for them. Good boy. Perhaps you'd like a cup of tea? There you go, buddy. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm always so grateful that anyone watches these at all, and I've had a lot of fun just doodling and sketching and drawing out trees, and I wanted to show you a couple of things that I managed to draw after visiting the forest, including this piece, which is a piece of Roe and Kit just sitting in the forest and reading their book on trees and learning what it takes to look after the environment and the forest that they now live in. I hope you have a very peaceful week ahead, and I apologize for taking so long to make this video. I had a little bit of a tiring hiatus. A dog has just appeared in the video, but it really scared me. Things have really ramped up in my job as a scientist, and I just didn't feel very inspired to make videos. I felt a little satisfying for you. I feel as if I'm creating much better art now as well while I've rested, but also I created art while I was feeling unwell, and I felt that art really spoke to me too. I get a lot of messages from art students as well saying they don't think that they're good enough, and I just wanted to say that I don't think I'm good enough either, even when I've posted my art out there, and that's okay. Because what you actually have to remember is that every single person brings something unique to their art, and you might not realize it now, but that uniqueness inside of your art is what people will connect with. I hope you've had a lovely weekend, and I hope you will have a lovely weekend wherever you are in the world. Thank you for your continued support, and I hope this video brought you lots of calmness and bits of spring that I've seen here in London over the last month or so. So take care of yourselves, and